Aloha everyone and welcome to Moon Day Monday. I'm Kahu Oni and this is
Asha Love. Aloha.
Hey you guys, welcome back to another episode where we talk about everything under the full moon or the moon itself, whether it's intuition, affirmations, or anything under the divine feminine subject. So, girl, how you doing? Ooh, how's the tea, girl?
Oh, yes. It's good.
It's really good. So we just took a tea break from our, our wonderful workday schedule and we're here with you talking, yeah.
Yummy.
Ooh, it's nice.
Yeah, it's perfect temperature.
Yeah, it totally is. So, what is the topic for today?
It is... It went off the top of my head. Be true to yourself.
Girl, that was true to yourself, girl. You see? You was true to yourself.
I was enjoying my tea.
You ain't gonna accept yourself for forgetting, and even though we filming, see, that's the way we roll, okay? That's the way we roll, okay? So, you know what, because we normally talk about the topic, right? And so normally, so this Moon Day, I thought about the topic. So that's because I forgot, because it was in my head. Anyways, yeah, so, okay. So the topic of this Moon Day Monday is to be true. And what comes to me is when I hear about that be true, be true to yourself. Or in other words, stand in your truth. And it's important for all of us, especially self, is to be as honest as possible itself. When we're growing up, we're looking for an identity, we're trying to figure out who we are, and we tend to mimic other people because that's how we're socially trained.
Right.
And then eventually we get into the mode of trying to find out who we are. And then we find out who our true self is, you know? And when we find out who our true self is, that it's important that is the person that we are to be, and basically it's to honor ourselves and our choices. What comes to you when you think about standing in your truth and being true to yourself?
Just being, I know it's kind of redundant, being true to yourself, but like Kahu said, it's, you grow up and you try to be, you look up to role models, so you try to be them, but it doesn't sit right, in your opu. You want to reflect something of, you see something special in that person, so you want to be that person, but you cannot be that person.
Right.
So for me, I see a lot, and I did it myself, is trying to be someone else. And that didn't work out for me very well. It never does. So just being okay with whoever you are, whatever you stand for, just be okay with it. Like it. Because before you can love yourself, you have to like yourself.
Right. That is so true. That is so
and
true.
I think a lot of people forget that.
Yeah.
So if you don't like a certain thing about yourself, then you have the choice to make it.
Exactly.
If you like it, keep it.
Yeah.
Why? Don't be ashamed to be who you are.
Exactly. And it's okay as you're growing to find out who you are to mimic other people. That's how we find out who we are. Yeah. Because as the old saying goes, we are all reflections of each other.
Yes.
So when we start mimicking each other, we're mimicking ourselves. And we're trying to find out ourselves, and it's okay. The part of being true is when you learn that maybe that's not how you should be, and you take the step to change it. That's the part of being true, instead of staying in that energy space because that's what society is depicting of what you should be.
Right.
So it's all about coming to the understanding and being okay. Be like, you know what? Okay, I did this. I don't feel like that anymore. That's not me. So I'm gonna change. And that's the part also about being true. And standing in your truth is admitting and letting go, how last week Moon's topic we were talking about, letting go of the things that don't serve you anymore. Yeah? Yes. So being true to yourself. So being true to Moon Day Mondays, we're gonna do a reading for the week too. And Asha has our wonderful card deck like always, Miss Vanna. Miss Asha Vanna.
I think I've been getting good at the Miss Vanna.
Yeah. And shuffling the cards. She's been getting very good at shuffling the cards.
Remember before, I used to just stumble. It wanted to tell me everything.
Yeah.
It was like, girl, get it together. Okay.
So she's pulling from the chakras and zodiac oracle cards. That's one of my favorites. So we'll see what it says.
Ooh, conflict. Mars.
Oh, okay, interesting. Very good. Conflict Mars. Okay, so if you want to see that, I'll put in a video like I normally do. Now, when this card conflict, okay, conflict and the energy of Mars. Now, conflict, some would look at it like, oh my God, this is like really negative. And like, yeah, it could be at a certain point, but also remembering the topic, because everything flows with each other. We're talking about being true to ourselves, but the reading for this week is conflict. So just like how I said, as you're standing in your truth, you're being honest to yourself, and not majority of the time, people outside or outside opinions will not be on the same level as you or on the same direction as you, and so you're gonna come into that conflict because you're in one space and somebody else is in another space. So for this week, expect that conflict. You're gonna say something,
Oh yeah, no, this just came true to whatever we just said earlier. We always conflict with ourselves. Totally. We always doubt and we always fear. Oh my gosh, those negative thoughts that we're thinking. You know what? It's okay to have those thoughts. It's who makes you. It's what makes you.
Right.
And we have to learn to accept that about ourselves. Like, it's okay to not be perfect. And as I tell my kids all the time, I do not expect you to be perfect. I'd rather you make the mistakes
and
learn from it than not make the mistakes and not learn anything.
Exactly.
So that's a part of being true to yourself, is being able to accept those things.
Exactly.
And that's our hardest wall sometimes, because we conflict with ourselves.
Exactly. And I like how you say inner conflict, right? So for the reading this week, look at yourself. Look at the inner conflict within yourself, because the inner conflict is helping you grow.
Yeah.
Don't shy away from it.
Yes.
Look at the things that you're having an issue with yourself. Okay? And then see what you can do to mend it, to evolve from it, to learn from it. Okay? So that's the reading for this week for all of you guys. And we're so happy you guys are joining us for every Moon Day Monday. Again, if you have any topics that you want to hear us talk about, put them in the comments below. And we'll see you on the next Moon Day Monday. I'm Kahu Oni Luv, and this is
Asha Love. Mahalo.
Ahui ho.